Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Heavenly Hedgehog and this is Cosplay Hunt, where tonight we are going to be taking a deeper look into the Balthazar and Sentinel armors from Guild Wars 2, because we're going to be cosplaying them and there's still a lot to do. Fun times. So, I know we've gone over it a little bit before. Oh, Shanks, look at your little Shanksy face. When we were kind of trying to decide if we were going to do Infinity Blade or Guild Wars 2 armor. As you can see, Guild Wars 2 obviously won the day. Nothing wrong with that. I love Guild Wars 2. And both really had some great armor choices. Guild Wars 2 just looked a little bit more possible.
You brought him back, we made him a buck. The fan favorite.
Let's see.
Grab the beef
Pull
crunch burrito pack with flaming hot Fritos chips.
proper things visible.
Burrito for $1.
So once again, I have the game just pulled open because it works for me. Nope, game, you need to go over there. Alright. Well, I guess let's just get to it, huh? How big is my pen? That's good enough. So first we're going to be taking a look at the Sentinel armor. Or rather the Sentinel outfit. I'm not entirely sure if there's a different set of Sentinel armor. This is one of the outfits. They're both actually outfit pieces. So purely cosmetic, no bearing at all on your stats. The first thing I'm going to be looking at today is the bracers, which are friggin' huge. Let's get this a little more focused. Alarm, yes, thank you, I am streaming. I have alarms for everything, otherwise I don't notice the passage of time. Oops. What just happened? So these bracers are huge. We are going to need to slim these down a bit, otherwise they're going to be broken by the end of the day. Let's see here. I forgot to put my champion back up. So at the base, it's definitely going to be a tube. Interesting shaped tube. Let's see. It kind of goes like that. We are going to need to make modifications because we are real people. And our armor will not just bend. Nope. Please bear with me as I get into the swing of things again. I'm not entirely sure yet how I'm going to go about doing this. But I do want to break down these components and see kind of what's going to happen here. So one of the big reasons why I chose this armor is I get to wear normal gloves. The other option for Guild Wars 2 was the Primordial outfit, where I would not get to wear normal gloves because it had pointy fingers. I would not have been able to hold anything. It was going to be a huge pain in the butt. starting.
Just start. Finish cutting all those out.
Oh, good job. Just starting. These bracers are so interesting.
Oh.
Like, they are massive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's definitely a base bracer in there, and the rest of it is just layered on top of it. I'm kind of coming back here so that the wrist can still bend. Actually, oh, I do not have my proportions right for this at all. No, we're just gonna start over. We're just gonna draw the bracer. We're gonna figure this out. Kind of a big round shape right there. I like to start with drawing for a lot of my cosplay projects just because it gives me the chance, as you can see now, to really understand the shapes and how they go together. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I can't eyeball it. I'm not drawing it the right way. Maybe I should be. I frustrate myself sometimes. I don't always think things through. So it's gonna be down here. Nope. We're just gonna be drawing this from all angles, pretty much. So clearly I made this too long. Now it does come like that. So whenever you're starting cosplay, it's important to get your own kind of routine for how you go about understanding, you know, your costume and how it's going to work. Then it gets weird down here. I'm gonna stick it there for a minute. These little wings are going to be so much fun. These little feathery things. Looking forward to those and all those detail bits. I got this angle wrong. And I'm just trying to kind of figure out proportions and see what pieces go into this right now. As you can see, these things down here, those are going to get bent. They are going to get so bent. Let's see, this comes down here. That goes there. Too big. It's a dark piece. It's a dark piece. Now there's a bird head. So that bird head can be separate. Chances are I'll connect it onto the arm piece with a little bit of elastic underneath it so that I can bend my wrist, which will be nice. Nope, 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 nope. What am I doing? There we go. Let's see. The teeny little beaks. That's gonna be hard. This way. So these little birds are gonna be pretty tricky. Because they're so tiny. Nope. Oh my god. And they're going to need to have an LED in each eye for a glow. There we go, little birds. There we go. But for the most part, it's just gonna slip on. That's just how it's gonna have to work. With something this complicated, you can't add any, like, splits or anything like that, because you can't get to them afterwards. Let's get another angle of these. Oh, hello, Steel Engineer. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at all. I wasn't looking at anything. I am using a Wacom Bamboo tablet. It's got the capability to have kind of touch input, but I am not using that at the moment. It's pretty good. It's affordable. Of course, nothing as fancy as a Cintiq, but it works for me. Puppies, you got a cookie. Ready, Shanks? 1, 2, 3. Good job. There you go, 7. There you go, 7. Alright, let's get another angle of these. There we go. Look how fat these are. Oh, man. What happened to this? There we go. Let's take a look at this. It does get the job done. How are you doing tonight, Steel Engineer? This thing is going to be so fat. So yeah, some fairly obvious reasons for why we need to adjust the design a little bit. Ooh, nice. New desk is always cool. I'm always tempted to get a desk that has drawers in it, but then I know I'll put stuff in the drawers and it will never come out again. So a lot of things have this kind of swallowtail shape to it. It's a big part of this armor, so I need to make sure that I don't lose that. I know, drawers are just inviting mess. And I know me. I am a little bit of a hoarder. Let's do that. So luckily these seem to hug this pretty close. It. There we go. I got annoyed with how sketchy these lines were. Better-ish. So the main reason that this armor was kind of in the running is that we wanted armor that showed no skin. Absolutely none. Because when we wore our Issa and Cyrus, you can see them back there. When we wore those, our very first armor cosplays, there was no skin showing, and we felt damn impressive. And we know we can do even better now, but we still want that kind of intimidating, slightly dehumanized look to us. So that was one reason why we wanted to do that. My husband, you can hear typing away. And he really wanted to do the Balthazar armor from the same game, from Guild Wars 2, which if I have time, I'll be getting to it later on in the stream tonight. But I was originally going to try the Primordial armor set, but next to the Balthazar's armor, it looked really plain, because Balthazar is all shiny, there's tons of lights, it's really ornate. And then this armor set was released kind of like the day that we were really thinking about it, and the shapes of this armor set really go well with the Balthazar's armor. They have pretty much the same base forms and the same breakdown of armor. You know, some things are different, and of course the details are all different, but thematically and as far as the look goes, they're very similar. And this one, of course, very shiny, lots of lighting. So they're actually going to pair up really well together, and I won't feel like I'm kind of in the background. The other armor that we were thinking about doing was from Infinity Blade 3, and this one just had better break points. We can easily adapt this armor so that elbows can bend, so that knees can bend. Also, it's got layered pieces, whereas the armor that we were looking at for Infinity Blade 3, kind of the male armor set they were looking at had a solid piece going across the chest and shoulders with no break in it. And there was really no good way to break it so he could actually move his arms, which is another reason why we chose the Guild Wars 2 armor. Puppies, you are ferocious! Because we need to be able to move. It was a long thought process. We've been thinking about this for months. Sort of. We also really wanted to do something that would push us. We don't like to choose easy cosplay. We want to learn something, and we want to improve as fast as we can, really. It seems to be the way we go. So we always go big, even if we don't know what we're doing. We figure it out in the end. And this armor is definitely big. let's see this little bird. Goes to this point. There's definitely going to be a lot of kind of prototyping as far as this build goes, because there's a bunch of complex shapes that we need to figure out. But it's gonna look so good. One nice thing is that this looks like these bracers are symmetrical. So that's gonna cut down on what I have to do. Symmetry's the best. Get in there. I think I brought these in too close. This one. I'm really excited that I'm going to get to use my wood burner. It's brand new and I'm definitely seeing some ways that I can make use of it. Derpy bird. That's gonna be something to avoid. Derpy bird. And then, kind of like the tail. The Sentinel armor is all bird themed, and the Balthazar's armor is all dog themed. So they really fit nicely together. There we go. Okay, let's see. So, part breakdown. Let me shrink this for the moment. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wings per side. Half, rather, so I don't get confused. We are gonna add lighting to it. We are for sure. We're also playing with the idea. JMac2000, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the shrubbery. I hope you are having a great evening. So yeah, these, what was I saying? Yeah, we are going to light it. We are kind of playing with the idea of putting fans in the shoulders with a little bit of tulle so that they'll be lit up and they'll be kind of waving like they're all, you know, they're all ghosty and fiery like they are here. Let me see. You can see kind of the flame coming around. We won't be able to have it go up, but we'll see what we can do. Bird. Nope, stop it. Stop it. There we go. There we go. Swallowtail accent. There's also the hand-sized bird. I can't decide if I'm writing in all caps or not. Hand-sized bird. And we're going to need to do an inner tube, so one that's really fitted to my arm, and then we're going to have to build on top of it. One thing that's tricky about making something that's really form-fitting to my arm is that my hand does not squeeze. So all those girls who get to wear bangles, like, you know, just the round bracelets, I can't wear those. My hand does not squeeze. So somehow these bracers are going to have to accommodate my hand while still being form-fitting on the inside to hold it all in place. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Form building, build on top of it. I like my dog cam too. Oh, puppies. Of course, I am a crazy dog mom, so I'm glad you like it too. Buckles, you think so? Maybe. Because I want the bottom side of my arm to be hidden. Separate. Yeah, it's gonna take some experimenting. We'll figure it out one way or another. Yeah, this part's kind of weirding me out. The silver bit down here. I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. They kind of have to go all the way around because otherwise it's just open on the bottom and it's not gonna, like, it's gonna wobble a lot. At least that's my opinion right now. It's kind of hard to see in there. Mostly it's just light. But if you can see a little bit right there, there is a round inner bracer that fits exactly the arm, which may just be to cover up the skin. But I'm gonna go with it because it's easier to build on top than to try to figure out crazy structure inside of a hollow thing. Let's see. Let's take a look. Excuse me, burping. Take a look at the shoulders next. What am I doing?
Hey, it's me, your house talking. You know, to make me really happy, Spruce up my yard with flowers from Lowe's. They guarantee their plants will thrive
That
in
might
anyone's
be a
yard
good
for
idea.
one whole year. You do that for me.
Yeah.
I won't tell your boss that when you say you're
Chances are I'll
working
end up
from
with like a
home,
bad
you mean
bracer
you're
that I'll just be able to
shopping
experiment
from
with.
Make your home happy and go to Lowe's for great deals, like 25%
Whoop.
off select roses
That got
and
drawn
style selections,
all
ladies garden
onto
gloves.
that. Okay.
Valid 54359. Actual plant size and variety of store may vary. 1 year plant guarantee applies to select plants. Requires receipt plants
There we
for
go.
place. See associate for details. U.S. only.
Let's see. Seven! Baby, come here. There's a good boy. There's your good boy. Seven, all the way, come on. I'm currently reading Punished Props, his Foam Smith book, the one about armor, and seeing if he has any great ideas about strapping. There you go, honeys. Let me get the shoulders onto a better... There we go. So one great thing about cosplaying games is that many things are symmetrical. This armor is no exception. But it is very complex. Let's see here. Okay. What song is this? Alright. So it looks to me like... I'm just gonna do this real quick. Yep, we definitely use EVA foam because it's cheap and it's forgiving and it's easy to get. Whoa. Stop that. So we have kind of... What am I drawing on? Why are you not drawing? Why are you white? Why are you drawing in white? So we've got like, you know, the bird head. I'm just gonna rough this in real quick. Got some wings. And then we also have something underneath it. So there's also a little bit like little wings right there. It looks like a weird chicken. But it looks like there's kind of another shoulder piece underneath it that has some layer bits. Which should be fairly easy with any luck. The problem will be connecting them, but I think that I've got an idea for how to do that now. Ooh, you did Destiny cosplay? Nice! Yeah, we're going to be incorporating a little bit of Warbler in our cosplays this year, but mostly for structural support, because it gets hard, and I've got big horns I need to mount, so I need to make a custom shaped headband, so I'm going to use Warbler for that, because I also need to be able to screw into it. And then I'm also going to be doing, for the Balthazar's helm, because it's got all those horns, we're going to be lining the inside of that helm with Warbler so that the horns don't just pull everything apart. But good for you, moving on to Warbler. I am too cheap to do it myself. So yeah, so it's got kind of an understructure and then the whole crazy bird thing. Which actually could be okay because we do need to mount this somehow. So, we'll figure that out. Let's get rid of this and draw this for real. Alright. Let's start with circle. this lumpy whale head thing right there. There we go. So these birds we're going to be sculpting, I'm going to be sculpting out of paper and tape first. And then we're going to be using the tinfoil and tape method to pattern this out. I'm anticipating it taking probably 3 tries to get right. Yeah, Velcro. We've learned that lesson too. If you have to use Velcro, always use super glue to put it on. We've got another set of armor that's mostly done right now that we're going to be doing a lot of experimenting with strapping. It's based on an Iron Man Pepakura armor pattern, which was actually, that taught us a lot working with the Pepakura patterns. We've got a much better idea of how to properly layer pieces of armor so that it actually fits together with less strain and with less gymnastics trying to get it on. It's kind of got my cheeks. Then, like this. Yeah, the sizing for the Pepakura patterns was really hard. I know that we made one piece like 3 different times before we got the sizing right, and even then it wasn't right for everything. And then going from here. Part of me feels like this should be fish themed, because a lot of these pieces feel like fish fins. But it's birds. What have I done here? I think I've made something too small. So is your Destiny cosplay your first cosplay, or have you done other stuff? think. Oh, proportions are hard when you're translating from a video game. Oh, proportions are hard regardless. Alright, let's see. So I'm just gonna color this dark. I'm not sure if there's feather detailing on this. And there are also these little guys. Oh, nice. You made a set for your wife, too? Awesome. I bet it looked great. And 2-week build, that is ambitious. I think I would be too afraid to do a 2-week build, because I know I'm slow. But good for you. I bet you and your wife looked awesome. Couples cosplay is one of my favorite things ever, by the way. Right next to family cosplay. Let's do some lines in there, because there's lines there. Got lots of feathers here. Lots of accidental zooming in. No! What? There we go. Let's see, how does that piece work? There also seems to be a shoulder piece. It goes underneath it. That has some layers. Not sure yet how that's going to work. Probably like this. Again, this piece is probably more filler than anything else, just to cover up skin. Man, I botched these lines. Good thing it doesn't matter. Let's see, what other detail could I put in there? I don't know, it's got some sort of detail like that. Chances are it's just gonna be simple. It's just gonna be that. After all, why make it more complicated if I don't have to? It's not like anyone's gonna see it. No one's gonna say, oh man, that underpiece you have on your shoulder, awesome. I'm gonna move this around so I have room for the other. No, I don't have any room to move it around. Never mind. Just gonna draw the other one. Oh man, get up there. Move this over here. Give me more room. Oh! Sorry! Let me give you permission. I may need to have that stop purging. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
The fire grill at El Pollo Loco. Other restaurants think it's a hot idea to cook with a flat griddle instead of a fire grill. But only fire can seal in flavor. A griddle just seals in.
There we go.
That's why for our new double chicken salads, we need a genuine fire grill.
Itchy ear,
for all
itchy
that
ear.
citrus marinated chicken. Don't fiddle with that griddle. I'm talking about fire, baby. Try our new double chicken avocado salads in your favorite flavors, including mango chili, taco, and fajita. Fresh.
Let's see, I can see the link. Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh wait, were you at South? Is that where this is? No, this is from August. Never mind, never mind. You look like someone we saw at South. Very cool. Seattle is so awesome. You guys look good. Hi, Project Armory. I use foam. Lots and lots of foam. Did you? Are you planning to go to Prime again this year? I am. Oh, I can't wait for tickets to go on sale. Alright, let's look at that side view of the shoulder. Maybe turned it a little too far. Now this is very round. Okay. Okay. Do this. Thank you, Project Armory. There's a lot of drawing that happens before anything gets made, especially when it's lumpy round shapes like this. So how are you doing tonight, Project Armory? I'm sorry you missed last year's Steel Engineer. It was pretty good last year. It was pretty good. Even if we did get the lame hotel. Let's see here. There's kind of like a big teardrop. The head looks so little from this angle. This is going to be interesting to build. So what are you planning? No, at this point I'm not going to TwitchCon because it's so soon after PAX West that I don't think I'll be able to take work off that close together. So, sadness for me, but PAX is my priority because we've gone for so many years now. I don't want to miss a year if I can help it. Glad to hear you're doing well, Project Armory. Very cool, very good, very good. It's always nice to be in a good spot with your life. Feeling good.
So I did as I was told. But bad things still happened.
Try some eyeballs in there.
Only you can make these bad things stop.
Yeah, I really love drawing my projects before I really get into it, before I just start building, because it gives me a much better idea of what the hell I'm doing. That's just kind of my background too. Man, this bird looks weird from this angle. What the hell did they do to it? Oh, you're planning to go to Bow Steel Engineer? I hope you manage it. I will be jealous. Let's see. Kind of like two big shapes coming off the side here. It's like the fattest bird. It's a big fat bird. Like sparrows right before winter. Just chunky. Yeah, I feel like there's a bunch of different birds involved with this, but I bet they're all just based on the swallow. But I feel like one looks like a jay, one looks like a sparrow. The one on the helm looks like a swallow. More. Luckily, the shoulders are also symmetrical. I think the breastplate is also symmetrical. Everything's going to be symmetrical. And that is awesome. Just trying to get these shapes in to see how it's working. I think I made them too round. Alright, we were lucky enough to go to South in January. That was really fun. That was really fun. Good time. A lot of nice people there. A lot smaller than Prime. Or West now. I'm never gonna get used to that. But still a great time. And I'd say these probably go back up to jaw level. Let's see what's going on down here. This kind of comes in. This piece makes a lot more sense from this angle. These lines in. Alright. So very round all around. I imagine there's probably going to be lines on here. If there aren't, then I might just add them, because I think it'll look nice. We go every day. In the past, we've had maybe 2 costumes, so we just switch off days. Otherwise, we have 1 costume that gets a little bit right by the end. But this is the first year that we're going to have 3 costumes. Or at least, I'm going to have 3 costumes. You haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be bringing back Aisling from Gigantic, which we wore last year. That's my sword in the corner right there. And then you can see the Kador shield from Sky's armor, which he's not going to be wearing again. It was too uncomfortable. We're not putting him through that once more. And then I'm going to be wearing a Mother of the Ironwood cosplay, because the Ironwood is awesome. And, of course, Guild Wars 2. And you're going to be wearing Absolute Zero from Sentinels of the Multiverse, which is what we made the Iron Man armor into. My headphones are vibrating, and it's weirding me out. And you're also going to be wearing your armor.
Yep.
So your last decision is if you want to be Thornwatch or not, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the other option would be Margrave, but that would be 3 armors. That'd be very uncomfortable.
The armors would be pretty uncomfortable.
It would be a lot. Alright. Component list. We've got 3 wings per half. Let's see. Base shoulder piece. That's not how you spell peace. And then it's just very round. Symmetry. That's a great idea. So what are you making this time around, Steel Engineer? And yeah, having smaller costumes that you can wear when you're just tired, that's a good way to go. Because I always feel kind of like I'm not into it when I'm not in cosplay. And I know I would have liked having a less involved costume last year because Aisling was heavy as hell.
That's why you have Paco.
That is why I have Paco. It's not Paku.
Sorry, Paco.
I made myself a cosplay hoodie so I could just throw it on top of someone else. And I'm gonna make you one too.
Okay.
Maybe Margrave. A Margrave hoodie. I want to make one. I want to make one of the Chocobo handlers from Final Fantasy XIV. One of those masks. I want to make it into a hoodie because they're so cute.
I haven't seen Chocobo Hunt.
They're so cute.
And you'll have to play the game again. So
I will, won't I? Alright, shoulders. Looking pretty good. So, in case you didn't see it all, shoulders. The patterning is going to be the hardest part, really. Once we get that figured out, everything else should come together in a few tries. Alright. But I think I have a better idea of how to go about the shoulders than I do about the bracers. Let's do Guild Wars. That's not a 2. It's also not an N. boots are harder to get a good look at. Oh. Ta-da! There we go. Not changing a thing. Ooh, Earth Mage from RuneScape. Very cool. I'm gonna have to check that out later. I do need to move it. So one thing that I'm going to be doing to kind of adjust the armor a little bit for the boots, because I'm short and feel like I would look more impressive with a bit more height, I'm going to be adding heels to this costume. I'm going to hate myself for it, but I'm going to do it. It'll give me better posture. It'll make me more conscious about the way I walk, so I will walk more impressively. And it'll give me that height that I want to make me look more awesome.
But did you appreciate that ArenaNet doesn't put
Yes, I really do
heels on
appreciate
all of their outfits?
that this armor does not include stilettos. That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing like a 2-inch chunky heel. I don't do stilettos. What the hell just happened to my chat? Oh, is somebody getting banned?
Yep.
Is that what's happening?
Yep.
Let me pull this up. Yeah. Let's ban you. Sorry about that, guys. Someone is already... Oh, you tried to ban them too, or I tried to ban them? They've been banned. They have been banned. Sorry about that, everyone. Don't know what the hell was up with that guy. I don't know what's up with people sometimes. I'm like over in my chat thing is just going crazy.
Yeah.
Some people cannot contain whatever it is that makes them do shit like that. But yeah, I greatly appreciate that ArenaNet does not include heels in their armor. I think I had one set of armor that had a very low set of heels and it was adorable. But greatly appreciated that they do take practical matters into account. But again, personal choice, I'm going to be adding heels.
I do
Shame.
find it funny that they go out of their way to not make over-sexualized
And I'm
armor,
gonna...
and everyone plays human female characters and
to over-sexualize the armor.
dress them up as sexually possible.
Sneaker wedges? Might need to consider those. I have a fairly comfortable pair of heels. I got them from Naturalizer. Very cushy. Also have room for an extra insert, so I can do that. I will check out sneaker wedges, thank you. So the tricky thing about boots is getting articulation in the ankle and making sure you don't block off your knee. Oh, and also the ball of the foot here. Then movement here, and movement up here. I cannot draw a leg to save my life right now. Right, so they don't necessarily go out of their way to over-sexualize stuff, but come on, there is that one set of armor that your elementalist was wearing that looks like it's from Mardi Gras.
Oh, the giant open,
Yeah,
the open skirt in front?
the open undies.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, it's true they don't go away to show a lot of TNA.
Yeah.
Unlike other games we've seen, which is most of them.
Oh, yeah. Cough.
Cough, cough, Dara. So what are you hoping to make for your casual cosplay days? Let's see. Like I said, I'm adding a heel, so things are going to change a bit. I'm also making the boots less chunky.
Welcome to Toyota Time. Tons of awesome vehicles. Great deals for everyone. Thanks. Low APR financing. Woo. Here's your balloon. Shoulders. Water. I have the best team. Oh, here I come.
Toyota Time is the best time for deals on the best built cars and
Because
trucks
the
on
size
the
of the
road.
boots
For
are
big savings
now,
on legendary
they're just
Toyota
going to be
quality.
too
Take a
big and I
test
will not
drive
be able to
today.
walk.
Here you go.
So I'm going to slim
And
them
here I
down
go.
quite a bit.
Toyota, let's go places.
Looks like I've got a piece that comes up above the knee and the rest of it kind of comes down here. How many of these do I have? 1, 2. Then it kind of comes in. I'm just going to be simplifying these shapes for right now. Got that. And there's some sort of thing here in the front. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like these come kind of down and then up. This comes pretty far down. So any bulk that I add is largely going to be on the back of it, back of the leg. You haven't thought that far forward? That's alright. It's good to focus on what you're doing right now. I've got too many projects and I can't focus at all. And then we'll see. There's a little square here. This kind of thing comes down there. So, the chances are this I'm gonna have to bring up more so I can bend my ankle better. And it's also going to have to come up pretty high in the back too. Because I don't want to limit my movement too much. I've experienced that before. Let's not do it again. So these will be fully foam. Likely they're just going to slip right on. Possibly with a little bit of elastic around here at the knee to help keep it on. Oh my, what just happened? There we go. Oh, I spelled it all wrong. Let's just do straps to thigh. There we go. Puppies get a cookie. Okay, there we go. Cookies for puppies. Ready, Shanks? Can you say please? Can you say please? Oh, your head's gone. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah, we missed! I botched it. I'm sorry, honey. Seven, where are you? Come on. There's a good girl. There's a good girl. Seven's camera shy. Alright. Now, the boots are gonna have to stay fairly simple. Or the shoes, rather. So I'm just gonna... go. Because no one really looks at the shoes, but you still want to address the shoes. Because if you can see your tennis shoes through your costume, like, you know, you're obviously wearing tennis shoes, it kind of takes away from the overall look and feel. Not to say it's the end-all be-all that, you know, oh, you forgot the shoes, you ran out of time, your costume's ruined now. No, 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 no. But if you have time, address the shoes. So I may try to include some sort of detailing to help it match the boots more, or I may just keep it simple so they're kind of really out of the, you know, low-key, out of sight. I'll probably just keep them simple. Let's be honest here. I'm going to be looking for ways to cut down on work because there's going to be a lot of it. And not having to do much to the shoes is going to go a long way towards that. Alright. Wait for that to go away so I can draw the front of the boots. But yeah, you see how big these boots are? I would have to be walking with my legs way far apart just to try to get around. So by bringing them in, I don't think I'm going to be ruining the aesthetic of the armor. I don't think I'm going to be ruining the design at all. I'm gonna make it possible to walk. That is more important than any design. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, like my cat is that ripped. It might be. It might be by the time I get to the boots. Knees about there. So that comes down. No, one thing I think I need to do, I need to add a longer purge, or a longer timeout to the caps lock thing. Where is that? Timeout. There we go. change that up a bit. Been meaning to do that for a little while now. Sadly, it has come up before. But so nice of that troll to remind me that I had to change that setting. Alright, let's see. Lights on the boots. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Be like, all this bulk here that's gonna be coming in. Yeah, look how thick this is at the ankles. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
No. Like I said, we're slimming it down.
Yeah.
If anyone tried to convince me that no, I had to leave it bulky because that's just the way it is. No. You can wear it bulky. I am not. More that this will come in here. Man, I do this all crooked. I'm expecting the tinfoil and tape method to serve me well once again. Go. I don't know what that guy was trying to make with his symbols, but you know, it is a nice change of pace to get someone who just doesn't come in here and say very rude things. They're rude in different ways. It's a nice change up. So what's your dream cosplay steel engineer? What is the one thing you would love to do if you didn't have to take time, money, and skill into account? Don't ask the same question of me though, because I have no idea. Lights in there. Chances are this is going to have to come in a lot. This is going to have to come in a lot. Because if I'm having no bulk to the side, that means I'm not having any bulk to the back either. Something with epic lighting. That's good, that's good. I think I would do something with wings. Really amazing wings. But I don't know what it would be. So yeah, something like this. I think what we'll end up with. So... oh, you guys can't even see it. There you go. I'm sorry about that. I bet you couldn't see any of the bird either. That was on the shoulder. True, doors are your enemy, but it's kinda not taking anything like that into account. Remember, that's the key. There's a reason I have not done wings yet. I like being able to go through doors. I know we nearly had a bit of a problem with that with you last year. Doors were hard. I had a trouble with turning. Yup, you did.
The turn squat.
Yes. And we had the tiniest elevators.
Yeah.
Because we weren't at the hotel we wanted, so we had tiny ass elevators that you barely fit into, especially with me in there at the same time because I had this giant wig. Oh man, we're not doing that again. We're not doing two such difficult moving cosplays at the same time again. Hopefully this doesn't turn into
Instead
that.
we're doing this.
Yeah, instead we're doing this.
This is totally gonna be difficult.
At least we're not building out a lot of volume. And we're especially not, well, for me at least, not building up a ton of height. You've got giant horns. You might be going up another foot.
They go back more than up.
They still do go up at to some point, but yeah, they do go more back than up. Let's see. Symmetry! And what was the other thing I wanted to think about? What was the other thing? What was the other thing? There's one more thing I wanted to think about right here for this. I don't remember what it was. I was just thinking it too. Oh, slip on. There's a look at the boots. So chances are those are the three pieces that we are going to be doing next on these costumes because we're starting with the helm. Although we may need to do the shoulder pieces before we do, or the neck bits before we do the shoulders.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. But we could do the bracers first.
Okay.
And the boots. I'm not anticipating my leg
How
size
do
changing.
the arms look?
The arms?
Are we gonna need to have hinges?
No. We'll be able to do without hinges. I don't know.
I can agree with you.
Let me try.
Or are you afraid that I won't agree with you?
I am afraid you're not going to agree with me because then I'm going to get mad at you and then I'm going to say you're right later.
You know what?
Then I'll have to admit you're right later because you always are.
Not my fault. The world's been fun for my will.
It is your fault.
No, I just said it wasn't. So.
Alright, you see? Well, you'll see in a second. But
Yeah, I see.
no hinges.
Here you are. we won't need-
Yeah. This is
As
kind of
long as
also one
we
of the
can
reasons
get-
why I went with Guild Wars instead of
As long as we can get it
Infinity
to
Blade.
stay.
Yeah. That is going to be key.
Yeah.
And we'll manage it somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow. Probably with elastic. What's an elastic? Velcro.
Yeah, we'll probably have elastic going here.
Yeah.
Secure better than it was last time.
Yeah. Mine is going to be tricky though, because that bird, we could make it separate so that I have more hand motion.
Yeah.
So I need to have like 2 elastics coming around my hand.
Well, no,
One for the bird
so
head and
for-
one for the bracer to help keep it in place.
If you want to make the bird separate, then
Yeah. Because it would be nice to be able to move my wrists. Alien from Alien vs. Predator, that would be an awesome cosplay. Alright.
Because you're gonna have a giant staff.
Huh?
You won't be thinking about movement.
I will want
You're gonna have a
movement.
giant staff.
I know, but I'm probably gonna want to bend my wrists. Let's see. Da-da-da. Alright, let's take a look at the Balthazar's armor. Oh, Guild Wars, what are you doing? This is interesting for Guild Wars. It's having some issues because I have it in tiny windowed mode, so I can have everything else going too. Oh. There we go. Pulled it up. Outfits. It's Balthazar. There he is.
I should probably make a human male.
Huh.
It looks basically the same on everyone.
I don't have a human
I know
male.
I should make a human male too.
Probably should.
See it from there.
Alright, let's take a look at this. So as you can see, this armor, at its core, very similar makeup. It's everything on top of that that terrifies me.
Well, yours is gonna have bulky pieces, and mine's gonna have detail work.
Which I'm gonna have so much fun doing. I'm gonna use my wood burner, and it's gonna be spectacular.
The patterns are all just like flames too.
Yeah,
So it'll be pretty easy.
but there's still tons of details.
There's tons of detail. Which we have to get all in before we paint.
Yep. It should be fine. Painting in itself likely won't take too long. It's just we never leave enough time for it. We usually give ourselves like a week for painting. Like, no. Probably need 3.
Yeah.
Ideally. 3 would be nice. Let's focus in on one bracer here.
Which my bracers don't go up as high as yours, but my shoulders come down further.
I'd say your bracers go about up as high as mine. The only thing is that I have the swallowtails coming up higher.
Yeah.
Yours aren't as big
No,
as
mine are
mine.
not big.
Like, mine are friggin' huge all the way around the arm, and we have to slim that down.
And mine are, the latter part is just on the top. So like you can see the bottom is,
Yeah, yours is very simple shapes. It's all the detailing.
yeah. And you could make the wolf head on mine mobile too.
Yeah,
Which
definitely.
is not a hinge.
Definitely. What time is it?
8:40.
Oh man. So we're gonna get started on Balthazar. It's probably not gonna finish. Alright. So this is harder for me to see because I don't have this one, so I can't have it as big. Let's see. Maybe I could make it bigger. I don't think that'll matter though. Will changing the size of this window matter? strange way, yes. Not the way I was anticipating. Those horns do go up fairly high.
They do. Sure. But you know what? They're still not going to be as tall as the Kato helm.
True. Probably not.
Because the Kato helm, look at all that extra room that was above my head.
Mm-hmm.
That was insane.
So luckily yours is a lot more streamlined.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got a wrist here, got an elbow there. So you have an armored thumb.
Yes.
For some reason, an armored thumb.
Which we'll just put that on the glove.
Yeah,
Whatever glove we get.
that'll be easy enough to manage.
Yeah. I've already done it. We've done more.
And it looks like it doesn't necessarily
No,
wrap
just-
around
it's
the
just
thumb.
on
It's
the-
just on top.
the outside of the
That's
thumb.
gonna be even easier.
Yeah. That'll be really easy to manage that.
So at least it's not gonna ruin your grip ability too much.
Yep.
I have to move that. There we go. Armored thumb. Let's see here. About halfway up, we have kind of this flamey bit. Now, once again, it kind of is open on the top.
Hmm?
Because, like, it's got this flamey bit that comes down, and there's an underbracer as well.
Yeah.
That has those lava details.
Yeah.
Because Balthazar's what? God of War?
Yeah, something like that.
For Guild Wars 2 lore? So, of course, fire. Lots of fire.
Lava.
And dogs for some reason.
Wolves. The hounds of war. Michelle.
The hounds of war. The dogs of war.
Yeah.
And yours only comes up above the elbow just a bit.
Yep.
Ooh, I can't wait to watch ReZero tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Let's see. What kind of that underbracer is coming here?
Puppies.
Babies!
Okay.
I'm
That's
7.
Hey.
7, come! Good puppy. Sit. Good babies. Open the cookie jar. No. Down. No more barking. I know the cats are there. You have to leave them be. Let's see here. That goes there. And it kind of comes around like this. The shapes on your bracer make so much more sense to me.
Yeah, they're very.
They're simple.
This will not be a difficult. The bracer, at least this armor bit on top of the bracer, will not be all that difficult.
Yeah.
to make. The bracer underneath it. That was a good bracer.
I think I've made this come up too high. Whatever. Just going with it.
getting glow on that bracelet. That'll be.
Ooh, true. I know you're determined to do that.
I might just have the glow coming out the top and out the bottom.
Okay.
So only hooking up LEDs on the inside, not trying to like cut a line into it so we can see it flowing out from the
Yeah. We could try to find like a really neon paint.
That might work for those ones.
Yeah.
What I'm excited about is that I want to get that glow going with homemade cold packs,
Mm-hmm.
so I won't be overheating in this armor.
I will have no such luxury.
That would be the best. Maybe I like to call it.
Not in armor. Let's see, it's dog head. So it kind of comes. Teeth come about there. I got this wrong.
God of War, Fire, and Challenge.
Got it. Well, he's certainly going to be a challenge.
Yep.
That is for damn sure. There you go. You want to go start the rice? We haven't had dinner yet. I'm very hungry. It's Mother's Day! Also, I never refuse tacos. Honestly. Oh, that's gonna happen here now? I thought we were having a picnic. Alright. Okay. Separate wolf head. So same deals with the other armor. We're separating that wolf head so that he can actually move his hand, because never in an armor has he been able to move his hands. So we've got the underbracer, which is going to be glowy and have a bunch of those complex shapes all kind of merged together, which really it's not going to be that hard, thanks to the beauty of thin foam and paint. And then, I wish it would stop doing that with detailed. I'm going to call it a shell. So that's kind of this whole part here, which has all that detail on it. It's going to have to be carved in. Yeah, we're gonna have to trim that down a bit, most likely, but we'll do our best. Yeah, the reason why it looks so simple right now is because it's not where the detail is. It's not in the shapes. And we're just gonna glue that thumb onto the glove. So chances are we're gonna have to, what's going on? Okay, sorry. Alerts. We're going to have to paint that underpiece before we actually glue on that top shell. Let's just take a look at the other side of this bracer, and then that's probably going to be about it for tonight. And these arms move a lot. Alright. The fingers look like Cthulhu tentacles coming out of the dog's mouth. That's creepy. That's so creepy. Oh, it looks like a demon. Alright, let's get a better look at this. It's kind of got more of a wide shape to it. Move it down. And then there's that big old dog head. That. Luckily, it is still symmetrical, so I don't have to worry about that. Go. Oh, and it looks like this piece is fully covered. Okay. It looks like it came in on the other one. It must come in and then be layered underneath it. There we go. The pointy bit. How's that come up there? Which has kind of this thing going on. There's also that under bracer. Who's texting me? Alright. So the head. The dog's head. We've got kind of ears going on. I'm just gonna have this go across. I think it's longer than that, but whatever. What did I do? Scared me. I don't know what I did. Just kind of up there. I made the snout too short. That's a bit better. Again, does it look like too much when you don't have all the detail drawn in there? Alright. And let's take a look at this. So alright. So 2 lights per 1 light per eye. Neon paint for lava. And then we're going to need to use that wood burner for the details. Now the head is going to be tricky. It's called the eyebrows. And then eyebrows will be tricky. Okay. And all of the difficulty is in the details. So it's about time for me to go make dinner. What am I doing here? Stop that. There we go. So, thank you again so much for joining me for Cosplay Hunt this evening. Once again, I'm Heavenly Hedgehog, and this has been a bit more of an in-depth look into some of the various components of the Guild Wars 2 Sentinels and Balthazar's armor. I will be back again on sometime. I'm changing my schedule around, so check my Twitter for scheduling announcements. Link to that down below. Also, you can join my Discord if you want to talk about games and cosplay off stream. Yeah, this is going to be difficult, but it should still very much be doable. The key is going to be making sure we don't leave anything until the last minute, as we are prone to doing. Hopefully, we can keep ourselves in check. Thank you so much for joining me, Steel Engineer. Oh my gosh, yeah, having trouble speaking. Time to go eat. I'm looking forward to hearing more about how your cosplay is going, your RuneScape cosplay. I'll be working on a lot of this stuff in the coming months, so I hope you will stick it out with me, because it's going to look amazing once we're done. Alright, I think I've said everything I need to say, so have a great night, have an even better tomorrow. I'll see you again when I see you. Bye guys!